Hey yoga teachers and leaders, it's your girl Abiyala Akani, and today you're going to learn exactly how to attract high ticket clients into your yoga and wellness business. Welcome back, y'all. It is your girl Abiyala Akani. If this is your first time seeing my face, I'm happy to have you here. I am the founder of the EOL Yoga School. I am a 3-times wellness business owner, as well as a yoga teacher trainer and a coach. I support high achieving yoga and wellness professionals with building a profitable, high impact wellness business so they can do the deep work that they've been called to do and bring yoga and wellness back to the real public. Now today we're going to be talking about how to begin to attract and magnetize high ticket premium clients into your programs and into your offers. If you've been teaching for a while and you've been running your yoga and wellness business for a while, however, you're noticing that you're not attracting your dream clients, like the people that just make your heart skip a beat, you're attracting more clients who take low accountability or who are resistant to transformation, then this video is absolutely for you. There's specific things that you want to focus on in your messaging and the way you're talking to your client in order to attract those folks who are ready to take the next level of transformation that you are offering within your program. Now, before we get into that, I'm just going to tell you a little bit of backstory, my ouch moment, my oopsie moment, but also a growing moment for me. Because the mistake that I made initially, and it's not necessarily a mistake, it was actually divine. It was where I was in my yoga journey. When I first started my yoga business in 2016, 2017, I was really deeply focused on healing trauma. And so a lot of the content and a lot of the messaging that I was putting out there, if you've been here for a while, you've probably seen this change, was focused a lot on trauma healing or yoga for trauma healing. The first yoga business that I created, which was Trap Vinyasa, my hip-hop based yoga practice and business, was all focused around body positivity to heal trauma associated with your body. So a lot of the clients that I was attracting were navigating through that as well. As I evolved and my business progressed, that changed. My program started to change. When I moved into creating the EOL Yoga School, I was noticing that I was still utilizing trauma-based language, even though that was no longer where I was wanting to call in more of an empowered client, more of an empowered student, but I didn't know how to do that in my messaging. And it wasn't until I figured that out and learned how to speak to that type of clientele, and also where my internal reality matched that languaging, where it was able to flow more naturally for me. And that's what we're going to get into today. So the first principle you want to keep in mind when it comes to marketing your offerings to a higher or more premium client is you want to speak to their desire, their potential, and their transformation. You want to avoid speaking to their pain or their trauma, because you'll probably notice this as well. When you're speaking to pain, a lot of those clients aren't ready to take that next level of transformation within their life, body, or even in their business. And whether that be an emotional commitment or making a larger financial commitment, they're not ready to take that higher level of accountability. Now, when you're speaking to premium clients or high ticket clients, they have the cash reserves to begin to take a higher level of accountability within their life. And they're looking for somebody who can hold them accountable. They're also looking for someone who provides results. So if you're speaking to a high ticket or premium buyer, you better be ready to deliver some results, because they're looking for results. They're buying from people they like, know, and trust, and who can show and prove that you can provide the transformation that they are looking for. So you want to spend time intimately becoming aware of what they desire, not what you desire, what they desire. Quick story time. Back in the day when I first started practicing yoga, I was a hardcore karma yogi. I was a hardcore karma yogi. And if you don't know what a karma yogi is, then you probably have not been in enough yoga studios. You've probably been taking all your yoga online, and you need to start practicing at some yoga studios. But a karma yogi, my seasoned yogis, my seasoned yoga vets know this, is basically a volunteer who would clean the yoga studio for free in exchange to practice at the yoga studio for free. And I did this for several years. I can't tell you all the studios I was a karma yogi at. And I did them at all hot yoga studios where I would be like mopping up sweat after every single class for hours in order to practice or take classes at that studio for free, or checking people in, all the grunt work. And I did that for several years until I was in the position to take a greater accountability in my yoga practice and invest in it myself. That's when I started investing in memberships, literally investing for an annual membership. That's how serious I was about my yoga practice. And then from there, investing $3,000 or more into 200-hour yoga teacher trainings. So as my level of accountability grew, the more my investment grew, the more I was willing to invest within myself. That's the same way for higher ticket clients or for premium buyers. I was basically becoming a more premium buyer. And as a result, naturally, the messaging that was coming through at each of those tiers was different, because each one of those provide a different level of transformation. Principle number 2 is you want to master fulfillment. What do I mean by that? You want to master solving their problem. Those types of buyers, as I said in principle number 1, are looking for a very specific level of transformation. They're not just looking for an ambiguous healing. They're not just looking for someone to hold their hand through trauma. They're looking for something very specific enough to the point where they're willing to invest in it. And there's a level of fulfillment that you want to make sure your program provides, and provides it masterfully, where they get results. Lack of results means lack of authority. The less results that you provide, the less authority you're going to have in the market. So you want to get real good at providing result. What's beautiful when you are marketing and selling your offerings to high ticket or premium buyers is that you don't have to focus on solving a bunch of problems. You just need to solve one very well. Think about the businesses that are already out there that do very well. They're not solving several problems, they're solving one problem. The one thing that made Trap Vinyasa so successful is that we were hyper focused on body positivity and delivering a novelty yoga experience that focused on giving people result, where people were burning more calories when they were taking a Trap Vinyasa class, and they saw themselves burning calories on their Apple Watch or on whatever high-tech device. They saw themselves getting stronger. They saw themselves embodying all of these symptoms of body positivity, where the results were speaking for themselves, and it increased our word of mouth. That business grew primarily through word of mouth. I was doing quite a bit of social media marketing, but what really grew that business was the word of mouth. Like, the results spoke for themselves. They were seeing and experiencing themselves embodying body positivity, when at that time body positivity was a pop phrase that very few people were actually actualizing. And I did that one thing very well over and over and over again. Principle number 3 is that you want to leverage your zone of genius. That means you can't be doing everything and being everything to everybody. What is your zone of genius within your yoga and wellness business? What is it that people call you for that you do so meticulously well that people don't want to go to anybody else but you for that solution? If you're going to stay generic as a yoga teacher or wellness provider, you gonna get generic budgets. You gonna get basic level money and profits coming into your business, because people can go anywhere to find that level of service. They can go anywhere to find what you are providing. What sets you apart that makes people want to go to you? You want to leverage your zone of genius. That's what you're using in your socials. That's what you're using to promote and make yourself stand out. When it came to creating and coining this phrase, non-performative yoga, now we have non-performative yoga, we have non-performative leadership, and we have non-performative yoga business. These are all rooted in regulation, yoga for regulation. So anytime you're looking for yoga rooted in nervous system regulation, I'm your girl. You gonna come to me because I'm gonna make sure that I'm teaching you how to practice and grow your business from greater states of regulation so you can get out of survival states and really start to thrive in your body, in your life, and in your business, right? So really focusing in on your zone of genius by leaning into what you love. What is your story? What is the transformation that your yoga or wellness practice offered you? I know for me, it helped me to feel safer being in my body just as I am. I'm just gonna be my damn self, child. And that's what the practice of yoga continuously reminds me of and has continuously offered me over the years. Greater states of regulation so I can master moving my mind towards my desired reality. If you are stuck in states of survival in your yoga business and you are experiencing unpredictable income and you want to really start to learn how do I become more productive throughout the day so you can experience more profitability and greater thrive states. You want to build a business from thrive states where you feel like you're thriving in your body, not like where you feel like you're pushing through the muck of survival. If that's you, I got you. Click the link in my bio to join my free masterclass on October 7th. I'm going to be sharing the 5 mistakes most yoga teachers are making that's keeping you from having profitable days, starting with your morning routine. You don't want to miss this masterclass. It's going to be real juicy. I really like to lean into diffusing limiting beliefs. So we're going to get into all your limiting beliefs. So by the time you leave, you got clarity as to the direction of profitability within your yoga business by the time you leave this masterclass. So make sure that you click the link in my bio to join. And if you have any questions, you can always slide up into my DMs over on Instagram at Abiola Akani Official. I look forward to seeing you real soon and continue to be well, y'all.